What's up? It's your boy Fats checking in with you with another one. I'd like to give a shout out to Love66, Will 1319, 006265, Texas Alabama Bayou 817, and Percy Smith LE2UpG. I'd like to give a shout out to y'all for subscribing to my channel and commenting. But by the way, I got a 500 subscriber giveaway that's coming up. I want people to check in with me on that to make sure that we kind of tap into all that stuff. When you on drugs in prison, you do a lot of crazy ass shit up in there. I mean, I've seen a lot of people, do so much stuff up in there that I couldn't believe that they was actually doing this stuff in front of the guards and putting themselves at risk of getting caught up because they was on some type of drug or whatever. But it was this dude named Joey. Now, Joey was light-skinned. He was from Kansas City, too. I mean, he was quiet as a motherfucker with some big-ass feet. The man never came out of his cell at all. He was always in the cell 24/7. I don't know what he was up in there doing or whatever, but yeah, he was always up in his cell, him and this dude named Howard. So one day, I get up, I go down I was going to chow, and when I come downstairs, as soon as I get down there, this dude named Francis. Now, Francis is a gay motherfucker, He's one of the feminine ass dudes. He was like, man, what's that smell, And I was like, shit, what smell you talking about? I don't smell nothing. He was like, you don't smell that? So I was like, nah. Now, Francis, he was a gay as a motherfucker, but he's an older gay dude. He wasn't one like one of them young dudes. He was real old, so he been down a while. And you can see on his beard and stuff where he always shaved so much to where it had the little line on his beard to where it had a little outline on it. And he always wore his shirt like in a do-rag. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, I don't know what that smell is. So, boom, I go to chow, and I don't go to the yard this day. I just go to chow. So as soon as I come back, and when I come back, this lady named Miss Oliver called me in the office. Now, Miss Oliver was a security guard, a correctional guard up in there. I mean, she was kind of heavy set. She was a white lady. She wore a little ponytail and stuff like that. But she was pregnant. She had like this bulletproof thing on her stomach to wear just in case if somebody did something to her, she can kind of protect herself just in case if somebody hit the baby or whatever. So she was like, Craig, I smell that stuff, what you doing out there? It smell like some type of gas. I was like, shit, I don't know what it is. So she was like, yeah, I smell it. And I was like, shit, I don't smell it. And she was like, yeah. She's like, shit, just making me sick. Make me want to throw up when I smell that stuff. And I was like, shit. She was like, you need to figure that something out because if you don't, I'm going to have to call the lieutenant down here and have them do a walkthrough. And then the black suit's going to come and shake the cell down and find out whatever that is. And I was like, all right. So when I come back, leave out of the office, I come back upstairs to my room. Now, when I get to my room, it's this dude named Robert in there. Robert was my cellie. I mean, he was cool as a motherfucker. Me and him, I always talked. We probably was cellies for probably about 3 months at this time. So when I get up in there, I'm like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Miss Oliver's saying it's a funny smell out there. And if she don't figure out what that smell coming from, she going to have the lieutenant in the black suits come in and shake everything down. So he was like, oh, no shit. I'm going to have to go check on that. So he goes, jumps up, runs out the room. I guess he's doing his little rounds too as well. And when he come back in, he's like, man, I don't smell nothing. But Francis said that he smelled something. But I was like, I ain't smell nothing. So I was like, shit, I ain't either when I was out there. So boom, breakfast time come. And when breakfast time come, I go to breakfast. And when I come out the room, that's the first thing I smell. I smell that little gas smell. So I'm like, shit, man, damn, what the fuck is that? So I go to breakfast, and when I come back, boom, I come back up in the room, and I'm telling Robert, I'm like, hey, man, you can go out there and smell that shit now. You can really smell it. So me and him got up, we hit the little runs and stuff like that, walking around checking out what we can smell so we can smell it. He's like, yeah, I smell it, man. It's kind of strong, too. I was like, shit, damn. So I get up, go back to my room, me and him talking, and then we go to chow, and when we go to chow, like I said, we just doing our normal thing. And I'm telling him, hey, man, we're going to have to figure out where we're going to hide this stuff at. And I was like, shit, I probably end up hiding my stuff in another cell house, until after everything kind of cools down, until they're trying to figure out what that smell is. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to do that as well. So I was like, all right. So, boom, dinner time come. And that's when, like I said, Miss Oliver she already done been there for a couple hours, I guess her and Francis was talking and stuff like that, but I ain't never seen him in the office talking. So then I come out for chow, and when I come out for chow, that's when Miss Oliver called me, and she's like, me and Francis been talking and stuff like that, and I was like, yeah, what y'all talking about? She was like, the smell, we trying to figure out where it come from. I said, you got her walking around here switching and stuff, trying to be a detective and things like that, so you can try to figure out what's going on. So she started laughing. She said, I ain't trying to be no detective. I just want to make sure my baby's all right. So I was like, all right, that's cool. I can respect that. You want to make sure that your baby's all right. So I go to chow. I come back, after I go to the yard, I come back. And when I come back, I'd say I'm going to take my shower. So I go upstairs, take my shower, do my thing, and when I come out, that's when I seen Howard come out of the cell, him and Joey, you know, and they got their heads down, looking kind of funny, as they walking. So both of them walking kind of funny. So I'm like, damn, man, y'all all right, man? He's like, yeah, man, I'm all right, man. I'm cool, man. Everything is straight, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, man. So they walk over there. Both of them following each other. They walk over there. One getting ice, one's just standing there, what I'm saying, right behind them, while the other one putting ice in the bucket. So he come back to the room. Boom, when they come back in the room, I go back upstairs to my cell, and I'm sitting there putting my lotion and stuff on, getting myself ready, what I'm saying, for the night. And I'm telling Robert, hey, man, what I'm saying, Howard and Joey down there look like they high as a motherfucker on something. I don't know what they high on, but it look like they high as a motherfucker. He's like, yeah, let me go check that out. So he get up, boom, goes out there, I guess he checks them out. I don't know how he do it or whatever, because like I said, I'm in the shower getting my stuff, putting on for the night. So he come back and he's like, yeah, that man, they is high as a motherfucker, man, but I don't know what they own. I was like, shit, it can't be no weed or nothing like that, because shit, weed don't make you, walk drowsy and stuff like that. So he's like, yeah, sure don't. So after me and him talk, I get up, boom, come out my room, just doing my normal thing. So Miss Oliver called me back over there, and she's like, what's going on with you and your boy down there? She said, what's going on with Howard and Joey? And I was like, shit, I don't know. She was like, they walking around like they own something or whatever. She's like, shit, they walking like shit. They can't even pick their feet up. And I was like, shit, I ain't seen them doing none of that. I just seen them, what I'm saying, with their head down talking slow. So then while we talking, that's when Frances come in there, and she's like, shit, they doing something, Miss Oliver, because shit, that smell over there by them is real kind of bad and stuff. And I was like, shit, let me go over here and see if I can smell anything and come back and tell y'all something. So I go over there and I smell it, but when I come back to them, I'm like, shit, I don't smell nothing, I don't smell it. And she was like, you don't smell that? You don't smell none of that stuff? And I was like, nope. And she was like, shit, I'm out just going to have the lieutenant come down here and do a walkthrough and see what's going on and stuff. And I was like, shit, damn. So I said, I got to hurry up and go. So when she said that, I was like, shit, we went back to my cell. Now I'm putting all my stuff up because, shit, I can't come out the cell house now. Even if I did try to, I end up getting myself, caught up because, shit, now that I don't know if she about to call the people to come in there to do something or whatever. So, boom, I get up, come back down there and talk to her. I'm like, hey, I ain't really see nothing going on and stuff. And she was like, shit, I'm gonna have to, figure something out. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna have to call the lieutenant to come down here to do his thing, because it was almost the end of the shift anyway. So when I get up the next morning to go to breakfast, I see him again, I'm like, damn, man, these niggas is on one, I'm like, shit. He walking to the child hall now. Now he walking to the child hall. He walking with his head down, looking all crazy and stuff. I'm like, shit, he about to get himself wrote up or something like that, because shit, once the police see that he's on some type of crazy ass shit, they gonna go on here, take him to the medical clinic and see what's going on with him. So boom, he sit down at his table, eat. I'm sitting down at my table, eat. I'm over there looking at him, how he moving and stuff like that. I mean, the man got his fork. He trying to eat it at his mouth, but he keep dropping it. It's like it ain't even going to his mouth. As soon as he get close to his mouth, it falls down and back on the tray. So I'm like, damn, I'm looking at that shit. I'm like, damn, this nigga high as a motherfucker. So I get up, when I see him leaving, because I want to kind of watch him. So just in case if Miss Oliver say something, when she come in, I have some type of information to give her to where she don't be really tripping off us. So I follow him back, boom. And when we get back, I see Joey, I'm like, shit, hey man, come here, man, let me holler at you. So Joey's like, shit, man, he's on one too. I'm like, shit, boy, y'all both high as a motherfucker, ain't you? So Howard goes back in his cell and Joey goes back in theirs, and they both, I guess they lock the door. I don't know what they do when they get up in there, but they up in the cell. So I'm looking at the cell because I ain't go to my room yet. I'm looking in the day room because I'm trying to peep out what's going on. So then, boom, I get up, go back to my cell. And when I get in the room, I'm telling Robert, hey, man, shit, I don't know what today gonna be like, but it might be a bad day for both of us if things don't get better, because that smell is getting stronger and stronger every day. So he's like, shit, man, don't even worry about it, man. We're going to figure something out. Shit, even if we have to go to the hole or something like that, we're going to figure something out. So I'm like, all right. So, boom, 2 o'clock come. That's when Miss Oliver come in there. So when she come in there, I'm already downstairs kind of like waiting on her to come in there because I want to see if she going to be tripping about the smell or something like that. But she didn't say nothing when I came in there. So I just get up, go back to my room. Boom, I'm waiting on dinner time to come because I'm going to go to the yard to hang out. So I get up and go to the child, boom, do my little yard thing. I come back in, take my shower and stuff. My regular little routine that I do every day when I get back in there. But this time I come down there and I'm talking to Miss Oliver again, and I'm telling her, hey, I didn't really see nothing really bad today or nothing like that, so you ain't got to call the lieutenant to come in there to, basically shake us down or nothing like that. So she was like, shit, I'm going to have to do it if I keep smelling that smell. So I was like, shit, I hope that I hope that smell goes away. But I ain't really know what that smell was. So Miss Oliver, I leave out the office with her, go back to my room, chill in my room, saying for the rest of the night. The next day, when I get up to go to breakfast again, that's when Howard and Joey come out their room again. Now they looking, 10 times worse than they was yesterday. I mean, they was walking really, really, really slow, both of them back to back, like they in the line together versus them being side by side with each other. They was in the line like they was following each other as they was walking like they was walking the line or something. So I'm like, shit, damn, man, them niggas is on one. So then they go to child, we all come back. Boom, we sitting there chilling, everybody in the day room, them two in the day room too. I mean, they got their heads down on the table, looking all like they spaced out and stuff. So I'm like, damn, man, what the fuck, So then while I'm sitting there chilling, this dude, come over and talk to me. He's like, man, I think them dudes is on PCP. And I was like, man, what you mean PCP? Now, I ain't ever did PCP, and I don't even know what PCP was until I finally got out the penitentiary and I seen how people got it. I mean, it's like a little bottle. I mean, it's like, look like piss. They call it either piss, Channel 13, or Wet Daddy, or Dip. That's what they call that PCP. And I was like, shit, they on that PCP? And he was like, yeah, man, I think they on that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how they kind of move when they on that. And I was like, shit, I hope they ain't on none of that, none of this, that. Because that PCP, the rumors that I heard from it, I mean, people be killing themselves over that stuff, They be doing all type of crazy stuff because once they get violent with something, they kind of flip out. So I'm like, shit, that's what they on? And I get up and I go back up to my room. And when I get up there, I'm telling Robert, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what PCP is? And he was like, yeah, that Wet Daddy? And I was like, yeah, man. But I didn't know what it was. I was like, I guess that's what it is. And he was like, yeah, that's what they call it. And I was like, all right, wet daddy, So, so me and him talking, he's like, I said, that's what I think Joey and Howard's on down there. They smoking that wet, And he was like, shit, I don't know, man. You didn't see it, cause see if they smoking that, how did they get it up in here, So I'm like, shit, I don't know how they got it up in there, but shit, I guess they got it up in there somehow. So boom, 2:00 come, I come out, I see Miss Oliver or whatever, and I'm talking to her for a second. I'm like, shit, what's going on? You going to be doing some crazy stuff today? She's like, that depends on y'all. If y'all want to act the ass around here, then it's going to go down like that. And I was like, shit, I hope that ain't nobody going to act the ass. And she was like, I've been seeing Joey and Howard, how they been moving. I think they've been moving kind of funny. It got me wanting to call the medical on them to see what's going on with them, because if they moving like that, I want to make sure that they don't harm themselves or anything. I was like, I don't think they're going to do nothing like that. I just think they just chilling, just trying to do their normal thing. And she was like, all right, She was like, Craig, I've been in this pot a long time, and I know how people move and stuff around here, because I've been seeing you move around and things. And I was like, yeah. And shit, boom, I get up, I go back to my room. And when I go back, I'm in there talking to Robert again. I'm like, I don't think she going to be really doing nothing kind of crazy and nothing like that. He was like, oh, you don't think so? So I was like, no. So then, boom, I go downstairs, take my shower, because like I said, I don't go to the yard or nothing like that, I go downstairs, take my shower, come back up real quick, do my normal thing. And when I come back up this time, that's when Frances come to my door, knock on it, boom, 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 boom. She was like, come here, let me show you something. So I come out the room, and when I come out the room, I come back to follow me. She walking fast, down the stairs, sent to the day room. And when she get down there, that's when I seen Howard and Joey. Them two motherfucking niggas was over there dancing, saying? Like they was in like a little dancing little thing. So I'm like, shit, man, what the fuck going on, So Frances go over there, with her little do-rag on and stuff, with her little beard and stuff. She go over there. I mean, she looked like a motherfucking killer, when she went over there. She goes over there, and that's when Joey grabbed her hand, and now he started dancing with her too. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, damn, man. So Miss Oliver yell out the little boo, hey, tell them to stop that, Tell them to stop that. So I was like, hey, Frances, Miss Oliver said stop all that stuff. And so Frances looking at me, she was like, he won't let my hand go. He won't let my hand go. So then she finally, slapped her hand away from him, and she got away, and she kind of ran off. And then when she ran off, she ran over there to the office to talk to Miss Oliver. I don't know what they was in the office talking about, but from the looks of it, she was probably telling him that he was probably high as a motherfucker, and that she probably needed to call the medical to kind of check on him. So she come back out the little office and stuff. Boom. She look at me, and she's like, shit, you better go over there and try to control something over there. And I was like, shit, I ain't got nothing to do with me. She's like, but shit, you be up in here doing all type of other stuff. You don't want to get yourself caught up. So you better make sure that you go talk to them people and make sure that they kind of calm down, or they get in their room and kind of chill out and kind of come down off all that stuff before they come back out. So I was like, shit, that ain't really got nothing to do with me, but shit, I got up anyway, because like I said, she kind of, both of them kind of was cool in the pod with me, and they kind of knew a lot of stuff that I was doing. So I kind of went over there, and I was like, hey, Howard, hey, Joey, hey, won't y'all go back in your room and chill out for a minute, So then, boom, they get kind of hype and stuff like that, like they didn't want to go in their room. So then they finally went up in their room. Boom, I see him, I stay out in the day room for probably about 10 minutes, and I go back up to my room, and I'm looking out the little window to make sure that, them two is kind of not coming out their room. So then I get up on my bunk, and when I get up on my bunk, I'm like, shit, probably reading a book or something, or eating some food. I don't know what I was doing, but I got up on top of my bunk, because I know, because when I heard a noise, I jumped down, because I thought that, since something was about to go down. So then, boom, I hear, like I said, I hear the doors open up in the outside when the guards come in there. So I'm jumping down thinking that, hey, man, these niggas about to come in here and shake us down. So then I get up, like I said, look out the window and stuff. Boom, I see that the police ain't the black suits or nothing. The lieutenant ain't coming in. So I'm like, shit, that's cool, Shit, that's cool. So I'm like, shit, everything's about to, probably be all right for the night. So then lockdown come, and when lockdown come, I'm sitting up in my room, and probably about 11:30, 12 o'clock, I mean, it wasn't real late or nothing like that. All you heard was all type of motherfucking yelling and stuff. Ah, ah, ah. So I'm like, damn, man, what the fuck? Somebody yelling and stuff? So I get up and I go look out the little window right there. Robert behind me, he's like on my motherfucking back trying to look out. We both trying to look out the window and see what's going on. But shit, we didn't really see nothing because, like I said, they on the other side and stuff over there. So they was over. We heard somebody screaming and stuff, but we didn't know what they were screaming about. So then they probably screamed for probably about 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden, the police come in there, and when they come in there, the screaming kind of stopped because we seeing the medical people bringing people out. So I'm like, shit, all right, what the fuck is going on, So I seen them when they was bringing Joey and Howard out, they was bringing both of them out. So I'm like, damn, why they bringing both of them out, So I'm sitting there like I said, on the bunk and stuff, thinking about that the rest of the night, So the morning time come, and when we get up in the morning, that's when everybody's like, hey, man, did you hear what happened? I was like, shit, nah, I ain't hear what happened. They was like, Howard and Joey, they start cutting on themselves, while they was in the cell and stuff. And I was like, shit, for real? I was like, they was cutting on themselves, and they was like, yeah, they was cutting on themselves, I guess they was doing some drugs up in there. I said the police found them, with a little bottle of some little PCP up in there that they was smoking on. And I guess when they was smoked so much of it, they start flipping out on themselves that night. So I was like, shit, they doing all that old crazy ass shit, And he was like, yeah, man, they was up in that motherfucker really with them razor blades, because you get it like a razor, and they had like the little blades and stuff like that. So I guess they was up in there cutting on themselves and stuff. So I was like, damn, man, that's kind of motherfucking crazy right there. Why would they even, do something like that? But when you on them drugs, you do all type of motherfucking crazy ass shit. 1 minute you can be cool, and the next you can kind of flip out. I know Howard them didn't want to, hurt themselves or any try to put no type of harm on themselves. But him and Joey, they went out kind of bad because shit, both of them ended up, in the clinic. They ended up going to the hole, doing all type of stuff. They was on them motherfucking drugs up in there so motherfucking bad to where shit, them two motherfuckers end up flipping out on themselves, cutting on themselves. I don't know if they was got into some type of beef with each other or why they was up in there. I just know that when Miss Oliver came in, she was basically telling me, how everything went down and stuff like that with them, and how they was over there, cutting on themselves and doing a lot of harm to themselves, like bodily harm, and they had to hurry up and move them about that situation. But yeah, when you don't want to go to the penitentiary to witness nothing like that. You don't want to go there to see anybody get hurt, anybody get addicted to drugs or anything. You just want to go there and do your time and get out and be with your family to make sure that everything is all right with yourself. But yeah, this is your boy Fast checking in with you with another one. I hit that like and subscribe button for your boy so we can get finished with this giveaway, this 500 subscriber giveaway, so that way, everybody can be happy about things when it actually goes down. Once we get 500, I can make sure that I send it out to the people that actually need it. But yeah, this is your boy Fast staying up with you. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all be peaceful.